Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Let's Play with Weng. I am your host, SlickWeng. And boy oh boy, have I used a lot of resources today. You guys are going to like it though. So getting settled in, kinda. We actually have a bed now. And we've been storing a whole lot of stuff. And let's see here. We have our buddy Boo is going to give us his power suit so we can set that up for him. He was struggling a little bit. And we have ourselves our little friend from the old house. So he's going to get his own room here at this place. I shall call him Mini-Me. You know, Dr. Evil, mad scientists. So who wants to see what all of our resources have been going on? If you guys slow down the video, you'd see it. Or just be patient. Just be patient. Hill. It's over here. Boom. Salination plant. This thing's expensive. Check it out. Salination. Salination blocks. They require a full circling of copper to make one. Plus, they take a dynamic tank. This one, not too bad. But this, ooh, buddy, we go through a lot of copper. And then you also need some of this stuff and some of this stuff. So a lot of copper. And it is a big multi-block structure. Now, you might be like, well, that's not too big, Wayne. No, seriously? It is. Yeah, I went a little nuts. What this does, remember when we were at the old house and I said, yeah, you know, you can go all the way up to 5 times ores, but we're not going to do that? Well, new house, we going to do that. So being a multi-block structure, what this thing takes, I believe the maximum height is 18. So I think we have 18 or 17, because I'm not really sure if that 18 counts the bottom floor, which has to be solid as well. It's a multi-block structure, so one of the things that it's going to look for is a salination controller, which is that's your interface block for this. You're going to need a salination valve. You're actually going to need 2 of those. One I have down inside, down low, boop, all the way down here. Behind here there's a little cave. Actually, let me show you. Let's show you. Yeah, you know what? Let's just break it. What does it matter? Not that big of a deal. Boop. Okay, so we had this little cave. Oh, I thought I had filled you in. Okay, we're going to fill you in. Because as you guys know, aqueous accumulators, they produce a lot more water when they have water source blocks on 2 sides of them. So we need to do that. Get ourselves a bucket. I love this ME system. It is so great. Let's go grab a dab. So yesterday I had a little game of chase with our buddy Tara. I snuck up on him. I was hoping to scare the bejesus out of him because he was just working away all by himself, just all quiet and working. And so he didn't know I was there, and I ran up and I hit him, and then I ran. And so he tried to chase me, but he couldn't catch me because we're so crazy fast with this jetpack. And he's like, "Oh, you're teleporting, I see." I'm like, "Nope, I just went really fast." So yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, so let's put that back. This little feller, he's already full of water. The water will pump into this once it becomes a full multi-block structure, which we are working on right now. Okay, so you're going to need 2 valves, one for an input, one for an output. Well, Wang, water's going into this, and it's a huge structure that was really expensive. What comes out of it that's so special? Brine. Brine. Salination basically means it's adding salt, or could mean removing salt. It's doing something with salt, basically, is what that word means. This is going to be adding salt. Now, the other part of this multi-block structure is on the very top row, these little corners where they're knocked out, you need to put advanced solar generators. So whew, those were expensive and kind of time consuming to make, but we made them. Alright, so this should now be ready to go. So we have a blank screen, we right click on it, we should be able to click salination plant, and it'll activate. Okay, let me tinker. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm dumb. I had 4x4 structure in my head, so I made the interior of this 4x4 and the overall thing 6x6. So there's about 10 stacks of copper here that are basically wasted. Oops. But that's okay. It's okay. I've reorganized this thing, rebuilt it, bigger, stronger, faster, smarter, all of that fun stuff. Actually, not bigger, smaller. Put solar generators on the corners. And where's our last one? There's our last one. Okay. Now, just for aesthetic reasons, let me turn these just... Whoops. Little lag. Just going to turn those in right there. Boop. Perfect. Okay. Now, I have not put in the valves. So let's put a valve. I'm going to put a valve right here because I like the way this looks. And we will dig. I hope this will actually work, because it should work. Actually, no, we don't want to do that. Never mind. Bunk. Aqueous accumulator. Valve. Put our valve there. Bunk and bunk. Alright, perfect. And then over here is where I will put our other valve. That's ground level. So let's put it there. Yeah, I like that. Get up close. Boop. Alright, moment of truth. Hey, there we go. Structured, height 18. Multiplier 0.5x. Max is 1700 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, look, we'll take that out of there. Brine, we making brine. It's going through water pretty quickly. Now this multiplier, from what I understand, that multiplier is based on what kind of biome we are in. Now here we are just in a marsh. Okay. Now I don't know if the mod creator had planned on the biomes of plenty stuff and all that, but basically if you're in a desert, I think that goes up to 2x, so this will produce 2 times as fast. If we were to put that, say, like right over there in the snow, it'd probably like drop way down. So I hope that that's like a plus 0.5x. I hope that's what that means, because if it's not, that kind of sucks. But it is what it is. We'll deal with it. This thing is 18 blocks tall, so it's massive. It should be able to fill up quite a bit. And this thing is still heating up. So this is going to heat all the way up to 1700 degrees, and then that's going to produce this very quickly. So that is step 1 of our ore quintupling? Yeah, quintupling system we are going to create. I had to watch tutorials and stuff. I'm going to say I probably watched the same tutorial like 4 or 5 times, because I was just like, wait, what? What? Huh? So hopefully when I set this up, guys, hopefully I set it up in such a way that I can explain it to you guys in a way that makes sense, in a way that is easy to understand, and is useful for you. I'd give you these salination blocks if I could, but more than likely, if you're watching this video, you ain't playing on the server with me, and that'd be awfully hard to do. When I've got this done, don't worry, I will do like a full-blown tutorial version of this, because as you guys know, I'm going to be trying to make things look pretty before I make them efficient. Hence why this is here and not in like a desert biome where it would be more efficient. So this is the first thing I recommend you guys make if you're going to follow along. This is going to take you a long time to make, and I recommend making it 18 tall. Just do it. There's not a lot of reason to make it smaller other than shortage of materials, which that I totally understand, especially because you need a ton of materials to make something that's going to give you a ton of materials. It's ironic, I know. So make your salination plant first. Now, what I've also done here is we threw a transfer node, liquid transfer node, on the side where I have a valve right here. Mouse, yeah, you can see I have a valve right there. So like I said, you have an input over here, and we have an output. These could probably be right next to each other, I'd imagine. Now, I only used a liquid node because, number one, I know it works, number two, I had it. And I was like, well, I'm not using it for anything. So we have that pumping over here into drums. So each one of these drums holds 256 buckets. 256 buckets times 4 is 1,024 buckets, something like that. I'm just doing math in my head, so I might be wrong. So that will be helpful too, because this is just going to store up. Because the rest of the machines are going to require a lot of crafting, which is really why I'm not going to be able to do it in this episode. So we're actually going to leave off right here as far as the 5 times deal, because we have more pressing things we need to do over here at the base. What pressing things, you might ask? Well, I came up here to start working on crafting some of those machines for over there, because I thought, hey, I'll be able to show you at least the first phase, which takes 2 machines basically. But our ME system over here, which right now is just powered off of a battery, ran out of juice. So our wonderful buddy Boo happened to be over here, and he took my battery when he realized everything died, and he charged it for me. I always say it, it's good to have good people with you. So we clearly need to get some power. And if you guys recall, at our last base, we were using a tree farm. And that tree farm, it did really good. It did better for us in Attack of the B Team, I think partly because our power demands weren't nearly as high. And we also had the fertilized soil, which I'm not sure whether or not that'll be coming into this pack in an update or not. So I'm not going to plan for it. But Boo actually, yesterday, day before, something like that, he actually showed me a really, really cool way of getting free infinite power. How, you might ask? Well, let's come on over here. This is where I'm going to have it, because I kind of want it hidden. I think it makes a little bit of noise. I'm not sure. So I found this little cave. It's got a frickin' a spawn room and stuff in here. So, ooh, oh, junk. I will take that. I don't know what he does. We don't know nothing about bees, but I've been collecting them. Anywho, tangent. Over here, we have more aqueous accumulators. Wow, a lot of aqueous accumulators. Yeah, I made like 10 of them. Because I plan on some things. Okay, so we have this electrolytic separator, which had a little bit of power stored in the buffer, so he made oxygen and hydrogen. Okay, well, Mr. Wang, we know all this. You showed us this when you showed us ore tripling. That's good, because you've remembered. If you didn't remember, you probably didn't watch it, so go watch it. Electrolytic separator separates water into hydrogen and oxygen. Well, if we look here, we have a hydrogen generator. Hoo hoo hoo. How neat is that? Do you only connect from one side? You do. Okay. Facing me? I don't know. I didn't plan for that. Let's go break a little bit more of this. We're going to have a couple of these, okay? And the reason for that, I'm going to have another one of these electrolytic separators right here, because as I said, our power demands should be pretty dang high. Alright, and let's take you. You're connected there. Beautiful. Okay, so he's connected there. He should provide power over there. Now this little fella, let's look at you. Now I wonder, can we pressurized tube, what's going in there? Oxygen is going in there. I don't want oxygen to go in there, you dang fool. So let's give you a little whack job. Do you have, what do you have? Maybe we need to break this. Okay, I haven't set this up before. There it goes, you hear it? Okay, so this little guy is taking the hydrogen that this guy, that this guy provides, and he's going to turn it into power, which he is then going to pump back over here into this guy, who is now fully charged. Beautiful. Okay, this little thing should fill all the way up. He's outputting 120 RF. No, I'm sorry. He's outputting 240 RF per tick. So those dynamos we were using, the steam dynamos, they were 80 per tick. So what's that? 3, 4, 8, 16, 24. That's 3 dynamos. So this, I think, is much better. Much, much better. Because this, triple the output in one block, takes far less room. Look at that. You could fundamentally set this thing up in, I'm going to say, a 2x3 space. Only because, you know, you're going to need a little room over there to take your power somewhere, or whatever it is you're going to do. So how cool is that? Now, one thing you do need to be careful of. We don't have this oxygen going anywhere. So, right now, it's all of our hydrogen is getting pumped right into this guy. Okay? Straight in. So what's going to happen, if this oxygen fills all the way up, this little guy shuts down. So we want to go over here, and we are dumping oxygen, and you will see it off-gassing, blowing right on out, okay? Because all we want is the hydrogen going into here. Yep, there we go. We storing power, baby. We storing power. Look at her go. Are you going to fill up? I don't know if you're going to fill up. So this thing just going to constantly generate power for us. And I'm going to throw one more right here, who is also going to pump hydrogen right here. And I really hope this will work this way. I'm going to have him right here, and he's also going to pump hydrogen this way, where we will have, I'm going to probably put 3 more hydrogen generators right here. I think at least 3 more. So that is then going to take power. We'll run power on up here. And I've decided this is where our bank of machines, this is like all of our process stuff for our ore quintupling. I'm going to call it 5 times ore. Okay, that just sounds better. 5x. We don't want 5x. So that is pretty awesome. If you guys are running this, oh, and you see comment down there by Boo. Put his salination plants into the Promised Land, because it's always daytime in the Promised Land. He was kind of helping me out, and I'm actually going to recruit his help a little bit later, because I have literally a full page of notes and diagrams and arrows going all over the place to make this little doodad. So we might want him to just double check us. Show off. So that is going to power us, okay? Now, the only challenge you might be thinking, well, Mr. Wang, your brine, whoops, is all the way over here. Yeah, I might tesseract it. I don't know. because off the top of my head, I don't remember if this ends up being a gas that I need off of this or a liquid. I don't remember, but I'll figure it out. We might have like an actual, a big old plant over there that then runs fluid up. I kind of think that'd look cool. That'd look cool if we had like fluid coming off of there, or even the pressurized tubes might look kind of neat. Just, you know, it kind of comes over here by the lava and then just kind of goes straight up and then into the side of our mountain. That might be pretty cool. I kind of hope it's fluid ducts, because then I can hide it if I need to. Unfortunately, guys, that is all the time I have for today. I really wish we had gotten farther, and I promise you next episode we will get much farther, because now we have steady, reliable power, and we're going to start setting some of our machines up, because the 3 times process that we had going, the 3x, that is still going to be a thing that we need over there. Okay, so we can set that up and start taking some of this, turning it actually into ores. So we have a lot on our plate, and we are going to get it all done. Don't you guys worry. So, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff really helps me out. I mean, really helps me out. If I could do like a 2-hand version of that, I'd hug you. I'd hug you for giving a like and subscribing, because you're great. Alright guys, I will see you in the next episode.